vital. Late night in the casino, I watched him win the title. I don't have to think too heavy, I can remember. The city centers hella cold in the December. The roads that I'm from will turn you to a contender. I'm a Jean-Claude Van Damme, there's no surrender. You didn't know money when the bally meant this trallies up. When I'm saying money, I'm not talking about Pacquiao. It's funny how the tables turn, you're not Ricky Hatton. Tonight I have to let me put my body down. When you was hitting bags, I was still bagging up in mommy's house. You was in the Philly shell when I was getting batted down. Prison cell, swimming in my thoughts, trying not to drown. Shadow boxing in my pad, I hit the gym when I got out. Ooh, the dogs with me, walks with me, barks with me, go to war with me. That's war with my full city, war with me. That's war with the 6-1. Ooh, the dogs with me, walks with me, barks with me, go to war with me. That's war with my full city, war with me. That's war with the 6-1. Become your rivals, you know the hustle paid. You know you took your lemons and turn them to lemonade. I'm from money where the police are getting with you. And that's a true story, that's not something you just say. Undisputed, undisputed, we're the undisputed ones. We want it to be gangster, yeah, we want it to be dons. We end up in the can and I don't mean a Rubicon. I've always been a champion, I've done this on my ones. I've been running up hills, I've been banging out weights. I've been beating up the heavy bag, I'm training every day. Had to fight for these mills, had to lose a couple mates. Sacrifice after sacrifice, that's the only way. Undisputed, they thought that I could do this. I said I'd be a legend, they all thought I was deluded. The pain's deep rooted, the game's diluted. These rappers aren't gangster, they're all capping in their music. In my soul I can feel it, in my soul I can feel it. There's always been a deeper meaning, I wrestle with my demons.
So much hype. And that's the opening bell, round one. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Nice hook.
fatigue. Got my bros back if we come under siege. Got my dogs with me, I ain't carrying a leash. Thank the Lord for my freedom of speech, cause I say what I like and I do what I please. Brothers think I didn't train for this my whole life, tried to tell them it didn't come with ease. They must have thought that I didn't put in graft. Stay fully focused and stuck to the task. When it paid off I was like at last. Them other brothers can kiss my and I promise you that I wouldn't wanna be ya. Them man ain't got this energy, do ya? I cannot feel that vibe going through ya. Flat battery like my dead computer. Told them once and I tell them again. Giving up's not an option, I'll fight to the end. Physical attributes at 10 out of 10. So trying to catch me I wouldn't recommend. Told them once and I tell them again.
hope you've passed your scuba license exam. We're underwater at the Atlantis. And next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. Sugar Ray Robinson. Sugar Ray Robinson. Many consider him to be the greatest fighter in the history of this. Sugar Ray Leonard. He, of course, won world title.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the ring.
What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match.
All right. I'm so giddy, so excited. The anticipation is second to none. Let's get it on.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will... The time has finally arrived. These two men have been jawing at each other for months. The talking is finally over. Now it's time to fight. Straight right just misses. Nice counter. He threw a punch and just got countered. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
And he scores with the counter. Good counter punch. Counter punches have to hurt. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. That counter shot lands. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. They exchange punches. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. There's the bell for round 2. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Counter punch is my favorite kind of fighting. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Defense is not an option for these two. Missing with the left uppercut. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice counter shot. One of these athletes is going to be the first to go down. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Robinson in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go up.
There's the bell to start round 3. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Well done with that counter shot. Beautiful counter shot. Counter punch caught him clean. Swing and a miss with the hook. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Catch and shoot. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Robinson got buzzed there. He's in trouble. Trying to buy time. Hold that thought. Sugar Ray Robinson just got rocked. Robinson goes to the canvas. I don't care how good your chin is. A punch like that, and you're going down.
I've got to see that again.
So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Talk about Robinson in that last round. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle there. He's got to bluff it.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Beautiful counter punch. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. The straight right just misses. There's a counter shot. The straight right just misses. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Good counter punching. That time counter shot. Punch, counter punch. Didn't land that jab. When you get hit with a body shot like this, there's nothing you can do. Watch it again in slow motion.
I need to see.
10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. There's the bell to start round 5. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter shot. These two fighters are made for one another. A perfect counter shot. You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
And he just missed with that left jab. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Perfect counter lands. Straight right just misses. Jab slightly off target. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Robinson in that last round. This is the beginning of round 6. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. With welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Swing and a miss with that hook. Nice counter punch right up the middle. That punch landed. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nice counter punch. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
That counter shot lands. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Catch and shoot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Robinson in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Wow, it's like two different...
Round 7, here we go. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. That jab misses. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
I'm going to think of holding on here for a minute. Rest for the weary. With the guard, and he is rocked. No way he survives this. Beautiful counter shot. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Robinson in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot. There's the bell to start round 8. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
And he scores with the counter. The straight right just misses. Missing with the hook. So much for boxing. This is a fight. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is just fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
You'd like to see more jabs. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. And that's it. A unique. I'm Todd Grisham. The fighters are here, and they're about to get it on at the Lighthouse Theater. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Sugar Ray Leonard, 175 centimeters. Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Leonard.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of...
A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
Todd, I'm going to stay here till the end of the night. Because if you're fight...
You can't imagine how bad these fighters want to get their hands on each other. It's bombs away. How about that time counter shot? The jab slightly off target. Beautiful counter punch. The crowd has settled into their seats. They are ready to see something special at this amazing venue.
You've done everything tonight. And you know what? When you're in a theater, you know you've got to perform. There's no cutting corners. There's no making up excuses because you're going to be so transparent. All laid out there.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
These two fighters are made for one another. Counter punching. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Nice counter shot.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford...
Great round. Now relax.
Here we go. It's round 2. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then, put the pressure on.
To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Well done with that counter shot. We've seen this fighter in the past go 12 rounds and not have a mark on their face. That's what happens when you stick and move. You hit and you don't get hit.
Outside fights create so much unpredictable movement with left to right, box forward, box backwards. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Swing and a miss with that hook. There's a counter shot. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. He threw a punch and just got countered. Good counter punch. Nice counter. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
I seriously hope that...
And there's the bell to start round 3. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. So much for boxing. This is a fight. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Perfect counter shot. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That counter shot lands. And he did catch him. He caught him clean. Clean as a whistle. Straight right just misses. Lucky that hook didn't score. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
I need you to focus on what you're doing. Don't want to lose.
Back at it in round 4. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
They both want a knockout, you can tell. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
This fight has a real good flow to it. Straight right just misses. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Now you've let him back into it.
Good work, that's it, now breathe.
On to the 5th we go. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
misses with that jab. Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brain.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Beautiful counter shot. Straight right just misses. Catch and shoot. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
You can't leave it up to the judge.
Switch on.
This is the beginning of round 6. Coming off that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter punch caught him clean. The straight right just misses. You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They're both trying for a knockout. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. They exchange punches. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. About who won that round.
So that they don't get complacent. You think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this far.
Just be smart. Great.
Here we go. It's round 7. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he scores with the counter. The perfect counter lands. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Punch, counter punch. counter shot. Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down.
Where did that...
Hold it right there. Sugar Ray's in trouble. But somehow weathered the storm.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will you do? What will you tell him when he goes to...
Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. A lot of work needs to be done in this corner. 2 knockdowns in the last round. There's the bell to start round 8. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do they do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
You can't score with that uppercut. Straight right just misses. Those counter punches have to hurt. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer. They are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Just misses with that uppercut. The straight right just misses. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. What a dominant performance, and it shows up on the judges' scorecards as a unanimous decision victory.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there.